Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your seasonal healing. This is for Taurus. If you have strong Taurus placements, if you just vibe with the Taurus energy, welcome, welcome. Jess here. I hope you guys are well. If you're back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive. And if you're new, welcome. Didn't have a weekly last week. I was taking the week off to take care of myself. I know you guys understand, but I'm happy to be here for Taurus and for this season. You know, because it's a seasonal healing, I believe that most likely collective messages are going to be coming up. So this could be for most people. We'll see. We'll see. So if you're new, the way this works for the seasonal healings by sign is that I pull one card and it sets the tone for the healing. And then I give about a 10-minute or so Reiki healing and intuitive messages come up. And if you're new to Reiki, welcome. It is a harmonious energy healing modality that will never deplete. It will never cause harm, has nothing to do with my energy at all. I'm just a conduit. But it does have to do with your willingness to collaborate. And most likely that willingness is coming from a subconscious level. A lot of this healing happens in the deep depths that we are completely unaware of. So there is trust and faith in that. But that doesn't mean that you won't have conscious experiences like tinglies, temperature changes, sensations, emotional releases or epiphanies, things like that. Okay, so the week that I took off was a pretty big week. We were, still dealing with this. Well, dealing is not the right word. We were still integrating from the solar eclipse energies. We're still in Mercury retrograde, and 420 is a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is also a very, very big spark ignition type energy that just kind of piggybacks on top of the solar eclipse energy with the new beginnings and things like that. So I know a lot of you have already been expressing how powerful it's been for you, that, we've been integrating. Maybe we've had to come back and, rest again and, learn some new things. And, my hope for all of you is that you're just being patient with yourself, giving yourself lots of grace. All right. So Taurus Suns, happy birthday. Let's pull one card. One card for Taurus season, please, to support the healing of anyone called to this for Taurus. That was a lot of cards. Okay, we got it. We got it. All right, just one. So I forgot to mention, I'm pulling from my daily crystal inspiration deck, and you guys got the crystal Angel Aura Quartz. The message in this deck is lighten up. Angel Aura Quartz, if you're unfamiliar, is an incredibly, as you can imagine, angelic stone. It's really, really great for connecting to your angels or to the angelic realm, but it's also a fantastic stone for softening, for not taking ourselves so seriously, for getting a little bit more into our inner child. Taurus, I love you guys so much. Sometimes, especially if you're on kind of like mission oriented mode, if that makes sense, we can really get into it and nothing can steer us off the path. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if some of these messages for you are going to be just about taking some breath, taking some pause, not stopping completely, not giving up. That's what's coming through so far. But as always, the messages start to spew through. So let's just prep for Reiki, okay? So I invite you to take a breath into your body and just become present with yourself. And we're going to take a moment and thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for Taurus. I'm all of a sudden feeling a very deep sensation in my third eye, and I'm still trying to figure out what it means. It feels a little pressurized. I don't know why, but I feel like I have a fair amount of Taurus moons watching this. Let me know. All right, Taurus. Yeah, I think a good group of us have been taking ourselves just a little bit too seriously, or taking life a little bit too seriously. Um, I'm very careful. I try to be very careful when I say things like this because I don't want to minimize what anyone's going through and the seriousness of it. But there is a point where sometimes we self create, or we allow the seriousness to perpetuate and build and grow and grow and grow. And then it's like, when's the last time we had fun, right? I'm also getting a really big ping for some of you, and please don't shoot the messenger, that that you have moments of this where you're like, when am I going to have fun? When am I going to have fun? And you're very quick to shoot the blame out to others for not having fun, when you can absolutely make the choice just right here and now to do it. And I think what might be holding those of you back who resonate with that message is that we feel like it needs to be like a very drastic shift, um, rather than taking these little minute choices throughout the day of just, how can I have more fun with that? Or just the mental construct, the ruminating thoughts, possibly obsessive for some of you, where we're just mission, serious, serious, serious. We're not able to laugh at jokes when people are trying to lighten us up, that kind of thing. I'm thinking baby steps, you guys. Baby steps on this. I hope that makes sense so far. Because Taurus, you are the bull. All right. Which means you're incredibly strong, but sometimes when we get in the zone, no one can sway us. I'm feeling active listening being an issue with some of you. Some of you are having a very hard time hearing others right now because you're so wrapped up in your own thoughts. And guys, I'm not saying this to say you're a terrible person or you're really inconsiderate. I think that some nervous system regulation might be needed. What can bring you more peace and clarity, and what can bring you away from blaming? Blame keeps coming up, blaming external things, blaming things that are not around you. Because sometimes, when we go to that really consistently, it's just our primal desire to find control in a situation so that we feel safer. It's easier and safer to blame others, right? Or to blame a situation. And I'm not saying turn it around and blame you. I'm saying don't blame anything. you know, just come at it one day at a time with this lightening up energy and going, how can I approach this with more lightness, with more love, with more softening? Because I'm really feeling for a lot of you, though you may be very overstimulated right now, or you may be going through a huge life transition. That's definitely the case for a lot of the collective right now. Um, that there are many choices that you can make, little ones throughout the day, that will drastically shift your frequency, just because you're going to discover the power of your own choice. Does that make sense? Let's tap in with your chakras, okay? Taurus. Yeah, honestly, I think that third eye, what's happening right now is I'm feeling like it's trying to, like your intuition is really trying to speak to you, which angels, maybe your guides, your angels, your spiritual team is trying to speak to you, and you're so in the like earthly, analytical, practical realms right now that you're not trusting in that intuition. And what they're trying to say to you is just, have you had some fun today? Can you find more play in what you do? And I'm feeling a pretty strong resistance with some of you with that. Not that you don't want it, that it doesn't compute, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't resonate. What do you mean play? What do you mean bringing play into, my work? My work is serious. I'm feeling some throat chakra with you guys too, like a little bit of like an overactive throat. And some heart, yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, and it's coming down into your solar a little bit. I'm gonna stick with like kind of heart, throat, third eye. That's where I'm feeling the most. Those lower chakras are incredibly sleepy. They're not speaking to us. And that inner child lives down in your sacral, right? That play, that spark. What's coming across with the throat chakra, you guys, is a lot of giving of information and not taking the time to receive information from others. I think it's coming back to that active listening that I was talking about. I think some of you quite literally are just incredibly overloaded. And I'm hearing, and some of you don't want to admit it, please don't shoot the messenger. But because you're so mentally overloaded, you're on your mission. Someone could say something to you and you just don't hear it. It's that kind of thing, like a little bit of like a blinders autopilot thing. And you will have so much more lightness, softness, joy, creativity when you can take those blinders off. I'm hearing the clock is not ticking. Time is not running out. Okay, ooh, I feel that in my body. That hit my heart chakra. That's what's going on with some of you. We're so go, go, go that we're feeling like time is running out. What is going on with that, you guys? Because they're saying it's not. It's not. That is self-created. Time is what you make of it. Time is you sitting in your own presence. You can literally create time. You can. I saw 1919 when I said that. That's not a number I normally see. If that hit you in your body, go ahead and look that up. Nines are coming to completion, and 1 9 equals the 10, which is an ending. So I feel like it's time for us to I feel like it's time for many of you to end an old way of thinking, an old way of being. And guys, I want to really reiterate that none of this has to do with anything around you. Like I'm getting very strong, like this is internal, this is energetic, and this is spiritual. It has nothing to do with relationships or work or I'm not feeling anything 3D on that, although the healing that I'm talking about will affect those things in a positive way when we're really patient with ourselves. That's cool. You have all the time you need, they're saying. You have all the time you need. Yeah, guys. And some of you are working so hard and are going above and beyond on whatever you're trying to do right now, and you're doing an amazing job, and it's still not enough. That has nothing to do with what's around you. That's what they keep telling me. It has nothing to do with what's around you. Whatever is not enough, try to look inside. Now, I'm not saying that to say that you are doing something wrong or that you are what's wrong. Remember, there's no blame in any of this. We're trying to take blame out of the entire situation. There is something, though, that is being self-created that is not actually real, but it's very real to you. And I think you've kind of been embedding it for a while. It's not real to you. I'm sorry, it is real to you. It's not actually real, though. It's become a feeling that's starting to become some sort of a foundation for you, and it's not serving you. It's not bringing you fun or joy, and it's a little bit, for some of you, it's torturing yourself a little bit. I'm feeling that really deeply in my heart. Okay. All right, let's focus on the heart chakra. They're like, we'll dig in. Let's focus on heart. Bringing your breath into your heart center. Coming back to your heart. Hey Taurus, so my audio went out right when we were talking about coming back to your heart. So definitely something there. There's always a confirmation for me when things like that happen. We're also in Mercury retrograde, so tech glitches are the norm. But let's keep focusing in on that heart. I want to make it clear that it's not that you are not a heart-centered person. It's not that you're not a loving person, kind, caring, forgiving. For some of you, there's a little bit of like a lack of seeing the good. We're seeing what's wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just pulling and clearing out some resistances here because I'm feeling them really deeply in my body too. All right. Come back to your heart. Come back to your heart. Now, a little bit of a complexity here. It's not necessarily about like focus on yourself. You're focusing too much on others. Although for some of you that might be the case. This is very internal in terms of just a shift of energy. So it's something that's complex and yet it's so simple, right? I think you're making it harder than it needs to be. I think that you can make little choices throughout the day, like I've said, to find the light. This is really fascinating, you guys. I'm really curious how this is resonating in your life. And I also feel like this is very collective. It feels incredibly collective in this Taurus season. There's most likely going to be some themes of finding play, finding joy, coming back to our Taurus creature comforts, or the, you know, I keep hearing more softness. So let's take a final breath in together. I want to focus on that heart chakra. So let's exhale. We're going to get all our air out, relax the body. Take a slow inhale in through the nose. Hold at the top. Feel that green coming into your body, into your cells, every square inch of your being. Feel it clearing you out and filling you up with love and your ability to receive love. Interesting. That is coming up. Let's feel, how do we receive love? Do we receive it? Are we even receiving it? Let's exhale. Push out what doesn't serve you. I just love when a whole new message comes out during that final breath, don't you guys? This is feeling really powerful, you guys. Do you receive love from those around you who are attempting to love you? Interesting that the word attempting came up. Can you feel the love that others give you right now, just currently? Very interesting. It is all around you. You are incredibly loved. This is okay. It's getting fascinating, and I could now go on for hours because you're incredibly loved, and I feel like a very big majority of you do not believe that right now. I think you're working on self-love really nicely, but you do not believe that those around you truly love you. I encourage you. Whoa, sorry, I'm getting huge, like stabbing pains in my heart when I'm saying this. I encourage you to soften and come back to your presence and to really come back to that active listening. Try not to control situations or conversations or things like that, and really be honest. Be honest with yourself about how those around you feel about you. And I know that a lot of that can be action versus words versus, you know what I mean? But I'm getting this sense that you have so much more love around you than you think or want to admit or can even see, however that resonates to you. Okay, let's lock your energy up nice and tight in your solar plexus chakra. We're never putting on armor, we're never guarding, we're just saying what's mine is mine and what does not serve me, kindly stay out. Remember that you have free will, okay, Taurus? Taurus, this is a fascinating healing. I am really interested in what's going on in your life. I hope that you found this supportive. I'm going to continue clearing till the end. I feel like it's needed. Out of the mental capacity into the heart, out of the mind into the heart. You're bringing in a lot of information, and we need to filter it through the heart. And that's not just from a practical, analytical standpoint. Okay, Taurus? I know that's so natural for you, but embodying a feeling might not be for some of you. Whatever that means. I know that kind of came off as a little cryptic. Okay, guys, I hope you found this healing supportive. Watch it as many times as you need. Remember, if you feel the call to come back, listen to that call. There's most likely a message that you didn't receive the first time or a new level to the healing that your subconscious is ready to unlock. So know that this is here for you forever, however many times that you need it, okay? Happy birthday again to my Taurus sons. I hope you guys have beautiful birthdays, and to all my other placements or the people who are just called to this healing. I love you and I wish you so much healing through the Taurus season and through this collective energy that we're going through right now. Please do like the video, share with another Taurus who you think it would support, and subscribe if you haven't joined our beautiful community yet. Leave a comment down below. Let us know how this resonated, or send love to everyone else. Whatever you're feeling called to do, we want to hear from you. And thank you so much, as always, for being so supportive to each other. You're so amazing. I just absolutely love this community. If you want more information about my one-on-one work, it's all down below. I do want to start mentioning that I have a Reiki training coming up for those of you who are feeling called to work with the healing energy of Reiki. I have a Reiki level 1 and 2 coming up the first weekend of June, and virtual students are welcome. It is equally as powerful, as you can tell from these healings, just as if you were in the room with me. If you have any questions about that, all the information is down below on my website, as well as, like I said, my one-on-one work. If you'd like one-on-one healing, or if you'd like to do deep dive immersions with me through some life coaching and other modalities, I have it all down below on my website, my monthly breath work and meditation. And if you're really wanting to dive into your self-love, my online program called The Shift has been really, really fascinating to see how it's been moving through people in such a beautiful way. Lastly, guys, thank you so much for your donations. I appreciate them so much. And if you have the means and you found this supportive, the links for that are also down below. So Taurus, I love you, and I will see you next time.